What do mediums, Ouija boards, and ghost hunting shows have in common? These young sisters. In 1848, the Fox family lived in a farmhouse in upstate New York. For weeks, they had been hearing loud noises, and then one night, the young girls decided to interact with them. Kate snapped her fingers and challenged it to respond, and it did. Maggie questioned it, and it responded. And their terrified mother asked it the ages of her children, both alive and dead, and it got them right. The ghost was Charles B. Rosna, a peddler who had been murdered in the house and was buried in the cellar. They established a system to talk to the spirit for yes, no, and letters of the alphabet. And soon neighbors were crowding the house to ask Rosna questions. Word spread to journalists, and the family decided to send the girls to Rochester to live with their older sister, Leah. But it turns out their gift wasn't tied to the house. Leah started organizing public seances. The girls would contact dead loved ones and even historical figures. Participants in the audience would report feeling, seeing, and hearing spirits. The Fox sisters had started the modern spiritualism movement. They were celebrities. They had high-profile fans like Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the creator of Sherlock Holmes. They even visited the White House to contact President Franklin Pierce's son, who had died in a tragic accident. Spiritualism quickly gained millions of followers. The country was just coming off the Civil War, and spiritualism offered a chance to connect with lost loved ones. And unlike traditional churches, it platformed women. Not only could they be paid, it allowed them to speak publicly on important issues like abolition and women's rights. Over the next several decades, the sisters struggled with fame, alcoholism, family issues. And then, 40 years after that initial night, in a crowded New York City theater, Maggie confessed. Every rap, every communication from the dead was a lie. She even explained how they made the noises. At first, they pulled an apple on a string, but they learned they could make loud noises by cracking their toe and ankle joints against the wooden floor. It was quite the scandal. But for millions of spiritualists, the desire to believe was pretty strong. So they dismissed Maggie as a drunk, or said she was coerced. Maggie did later try to recant, but the damage had been done. What started as a childhood prank spiraled out of control. The Fox sisters died poor and disgraced, but their accidental creation, spiritualism, lives on.